Hello there. Welcome to episode 167 of She Creates Business, a podcast for wedding pros. This is your host, as always, Kinsey Roberts. Thank you so much for being here. As I record this, it is Monday, April 6th, and this is going to be published Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. I got totally inspired for this episode by a conversation I was having last night with a local wedding planner, and I did a variation of this conversation a few episodes back about diversifying your income, but I wanted to dig in just a little bit more, and I want to keep driving this message home because as I was telling this local wedding planner, this is what I've been talking with my clients about the most is diversifying their income, pivoting their business, figuring out ways they can really serve their clients, their community, their future clients, and how they can still bring in revenue, whether it be for 2020, whether it be for 2021, and how they can really start to pivot and diversify and create a more sustainable business. This is part of my work with my clients, with my marketing clients. Marketing and diversification are my specialties. And so I just wanted to have another episode about this because I don't think I can overstate this. It is so important for us to be scrappy in this season, but also create sustainable streams of revenue, regardless of COVID-19, regardless of whether we are facing a national recession or not. You know what I mean? We need to create businesses that are sustainable, that have more than one stream of revenue. It's very similar. It's the same point that I tell you guys when I tell you that the traffic to your to your business that are turned into paying clients should be coming to you in more than one way. So if you are only receiving clients, like 95% of your clients come from referrals, that's awesome, but you also have a problem because if your referral pipeline ever dries up or you do something to, maybe rub someone the wrong way and it dries up your referral pipeline, well, then you're screwed. Or if all of your referrals are coming from a paid directory, that's great, but it's not great because that's not sustainable. So it's really important, just like with driving paid traffic to our business, it's really important that we are gaining our income through more than one way. And that's what it means to diversify your income streams. And it can be within your business. Don't hear what I'm not saying. You don't need to start a whole nother business. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that and drive that point home. It can be within the business that you already have. But anyway, I titled this episode, it's Scrappy Season, How to Pivot Your Wedding Business, because I thought that would be kind of funny because we're always like, it's engagement season, it's wedding season, it's booking season. Well, right now we are in scrappy season. That's what it is for us here in the wedding industry. So I wanted to bring you guys a little bit of hope and a few ideas, and let me know if you have any questions. There is a link in the show notes of this episode. I did set up a totally free 20-minute call with me. If you're interested in just bouncing ideas off of me, and quickly talking about your business, I would love to do that with you. That's what I was talking with this planner about. We were talking about a bit, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. We were talking about a business that she does with her husband, completely separately of the wedding industry. And I was just like, boom, 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 here's what you can do to, create a separate stream of revenue based on that business. So I would love to do that for you. Again, it's a totally free 20-minute call. If you just want to brainstorm, if you just want to talk to me, come on over. The link is in the bio. You'll be able to book some time and we'll chat for 20 minutes and just toss around some ideas to get your brain turning. Maybe none of the ideas work for you, but they might, spark something in you that says, oh, that totally made me think of this other thing that I want to do. So, okay, let's talk about ways you can pivot your business. Could you offer a new service or a new package? Could you put together a package that is similar to what you're offering right now, but adds in some variants that makes it brand new? And I ask you this because Terricas, from my last episode about running your business through a recession, did this in her own planning and design business back in the last recession. And I thought it was so brilliant. She mentioned in that last episode that during the last recession, there were people reaching out to her who wanted the Terricas experience. They wanted their wedding to look like a Terricas design, but they did not have the budget for her traditional full planning and design packages. But she didn't just, say, no, sorry, I can't work with you and send them off to someone else. She sat down and thought about it and said, how can I serve these people so they can still get my experience, but I am still getting paid what I'm worth? And so she put together a package that was really more like an all-inclusive thing. She got with her lawyer, created an all-inclusive contract so that Terricas could get other vendors involved. and created this truly all-inclusive package, but for a much smaller price, a smaller guest list, and therefore a smaller price point. So it's kind of like these intimate packages. And that's what she created in the last recession for her business. And she still uses that package to this day. So yes, that idea was born out of a recession, but she still uses it to this day because she serves multiple types of clients and she serves them in a way that's beneficial to them. That's extremely important, probably the most important. And she serves them in a way that's good for her and her business because she's still getting paid what she's worth. It's a smaller guest list. It's a smaller price point. You know what I mean? So she's not overextending herself just to be a martyr. I think, again, not that there's really anything wrong with that, but honestly, we do need to look at the logical and the emotional side of our brain, like follow your heart, take your brain with you. And so I love that. I love that she was still serving a client, but she was also still serving her business. It's really important that we do that because we have to make money. The reality is, in a recession or in any time in business, even if you want to give it all away, you have to make it first. You know what I mean? So I don't mind saying, and it doesn't make me feel bad to say, we need to make money, you guys. So let's not forget that. So could you offer a new service or a new package? This is something that I've been kind of tossing around for She Creates Business, as well as my own venue, Vista View Events. Like, is there a package that we could create in kind of the spirit of what Terricas did that we could offer and kind of package up for a small number of guests and just offer it as an all-inclusive opportunity? So think about that. Number 2 idea is, what I really want you to sit down and ask yourself is, what do your clients need right now? Truly, right now, right in this minute, what do they need? Sit down and have a brainstorming session. Think outside of the box. Write down everything you think, even if it sounds absolutely ridiculous. How can you serve them in ways that they would truly help them and change their lives right now? Like for me, right now, today, my May couples, they don't need a wedding venue because they can't come here. We can't have gatherings, you know what I mean? So a lot of our May couples have postponed or rescheduled. But what they do need still is continual support because they probably feel sad about moving their wedding date. What they do need is continual support planning their wedding. So I am thinking of ways to support them through those 2 things. They still need help planning. They need kind of some support and just some emotional support for having to change a wedding day that they've been looking forward to for over a year. And so how can I serve them in those ways? Those are 2 things that I've really been thinking about. And you might notice that I'm saying they really need just kind of some emotional support and some backup to say, hey, I know it's sad and it's okay if you're upset and we're here for you. We're here if you need us. And you're like, gee, I don't know how I can create a product out of that. You don't have to. Here's the key. Not everything you do right now has to be paid because you have got to be creating goodwill within your clients and within your community, within your vendor partner community, everywhere. So yes, focus on some work that's going to get you paid because we all need to make money to stay in business. But also, what can you do that's coming from the heart that brings goodwill to your clients and to your community and to your business, right? It goes back, follow your heart, take your brain with you. So we have our business brain, we have our business hat on, and we're trying to make money, but we also are operating as a human from a really authentic and genuine place and providing tools and support to our couples who really need it at this time, because that's why we're here, you guys. We are in the business of making memories and making magic happen. And that shouldn't stop just because COVID-19 has arrived. We should actually be doing it more than ever now, right? So think outside of the box, brainstorm session. What do your clients need right now that you can provide? And don't get stuck on what you cannot provide them. Don't say, well, I'm a wedding planner and I can't plan their wedding, or I'm a day of coordinator, I can't coordinate their wedding. No weddings are happening. Think you have got to get out of that brain. Stop being focused on what you currently offer that is a no-go and start focusing on, okay, I can't do that. What can I do? I really want to hear your thoughts and ideas. And again, you guys, don't forget about that free 20-minute call. Let's have a brainstorm session on your own business. Okay. Number 3 is similar to number 2, but what are your 2021 or future clients, 2021 and beyond? What do they need right now? The reality is they are not thinking about COVID-19 because their wedding is so far away. I think I talked about this in the Diversifying Your Income Streams episode. They're just not really thinking about it. They're thinking about it as, from the human being standpoint, because this does not make them jerks. But when it comes to planning their wedding, they're not thinking about COVID-19. Their wedding is so far away and they're super far removed from it. So they are not being impacted by planning at all. We have 2021 brides and couples who are, emailing us daily about planning questions. And can I do this at the venue? And can I do that at the venue? What do you think of this inspiration? Do you like this design? And I love it because it takes my mind off of kind of the tragedy that is 2020 right now. And it helps me focus on the future, and it kind of gives me hope for the future. And it shows me, yes, we're going to get past this. I love working with both of our couples because that's what I'm here for. That's what I signed up for. But it's nice to know that there's still people out there who want to celebrate. There's still people out there who are looking towards the future. Our 2020 couples are too, you guys. They're excited about their new dates. And by ours, I mean yours and mine, right? We want to support them the same way. But what do your 2021 and beyond couples need? I have seen this question so much all over the place, and that's, should I be marketing my business? Should I be marketing my business? Yes, you guys, you have got to market your business now more than ever. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and drop thousands of dollars on Facebook ads and be tone deaf in your message. But what I am telling you is that if you are not marketing your business right now, you will be irrevocably behind your competitors if they have any sort of, even just the tiniest difference of opinion. You will be behind them when this is all said and done and when we are on the other side of it. I promise you that. And I don't want that to scare you. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger, but what I am trying to tell you is that if you're not marketing your business, you're not going to have a business. So you have to be marketing your business right now. What do your future clients need from you right now? What do they need from you in the future? Brainstorm, figure out what the answer is to that, and then go serve those people. Don't be afraid to market right now. You should be getting back to leads faster than ever because they need to know you're in business. We don't want people visiting your marketing channels, your website, your blog, your Facebook, your Instagram, wherever you get clients, the Knot and Wedding Wire profiles, and they look dead and dusty. And people will think, oh, are they still in business, or has this really hit them hard and they're now shut down? Don't even give people the opportunity to think that, because thoughts and words have consequences. I promise you that. If I look at your wedding pages and I say, oh, they haven't posted in 3 months, they must be closed down because of COVID-19, so I'm going to move on. And I share that with 5 other people, like, oh my gosh, I love this venue, but it doesn't look like they're open, so I picked another one. Then those 5 people are going to share it with 10 people, and those 10 people are going to share it with 20 people. That's how it happens. And it may not even be true, but you know that old silly game of telephone. It may not be true, but again, words have consequences. So don't let people get the wrong impression of your business right now. Again, don't be tone deaf in your marketing message. That's extremely important. If you have a bunch of pre-scheduled marketing, you need to take a look at that, probably turn it off, and be marketing to what's happening right now. And be thoughtful and be consistent and really get out there and serve people. Okay, I hope that's helpful. So what do they need right now, the 2021 or future 2021 couples? What are they going to need when their wedding day comes around? Is there something that you can offer there? What can you continue to do in your marketing efforts to share with people that we have what you need, we are the solution, we are the answer, and here's why. Be thinking about that when you're creating your marketing strategy in this next quarter, okay? And finally, or not finally, but number 4, this is kind of a short episode, you guys. I wanted to just share with you really quickly that example. This is why this episode got inspired. I've been thinking about doing one of these, but it just, popped in today or this evening as I record this. So I was talking to a fellow vendor in my area. She's a wedding planner, and she does a business completely outside of the industry. It is a reselling business. She does it with her husband, and we've actually talked about it before. You guys know, just because I'm interested in all kinds of business. So she's told me about it before when she's worked weddings at our space, and I love it. They do an amazing job at it. It's so professional, and it's one of their income streams. Her and her husband, neither one of them have traditional like full-time corporate jobs. It's amazing. I just love these two. And sidebar, they're super cool people, so that's always great, right? But anyway, it's a resale business, and we just talked about it really quick, and we were saying, yeah, reselling really goes up during a recession, or April was telling me That's her name, April. She was telling me that like reselling, people buying resold clothes goes up in a recession, which is true. And I said, you know what else goes up is people looking for extra ways to make money in a recession. So I can totally see you creating an educational product around this, which is how to resell clothes online for additional income. And I said, listen, all you need is a Pinterest page, get in with those budget and financial goal bloggers, like those debt-free bloggers, and you're off to the races. Have a sweet sales page / landing page with a buy button, create a course around this because you've been really successful at it and you're good to go. And she was like, okay, I am inspired. I know people who can help me with this and I'm going to think about this. And it just took 5 minutes to think of that, right? It's just her and I bantering back and forth. She likes to share really great articles with me about what's going on in our state for COVID-19. And that's really how the conversation started. And then, it ended with, hey, this is what I was thinking. Hey, here's some ideas for you. And boom, whether she does it or not, I have no idea. But that's how brainstorming happens. We don't have to sit down and have some sort of professional corporate style meeting where we're like, oh, that won't work for us because that's just not what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Like that's just how brainstorming happens. You sit down, you write out everything, even if it's stupid, or you just talk to someone else whose brain works that way, like mine. And there you go. You have another income stream idea, go, good luck and go forth. Right? So anyway, like I said, I don't know if she's going to do it. It doesn't really matter, but there's an idea, right? And there's an idea for somebody else out there if that's what your thing is. And this is what I really want you guys to know is that it's important to think through what people need right now, whether that's your current clients, your future clients, your fellow vendors, your community, your family. What do people need right now to serve them in their lives? But another really important question I want you to ask yourself, and Meryl Snow from my episode about working your business through a recession brought this up, and I thought it was so genius, and I've been marinating on this since she said it. But what are your clients and future clients going to need when this is all over? How will their customer and buying habits and their behavior have changed when this is all said and done? How will it have changed? Will you be prepared to serve that change? I know we cannot predict the future. We don't know what the answer is. Meryl said that. She's like, I don't know what the answer is. I just really think that client behavior will have changed drastically following this experience. And I could not agree with her more. She's so right. So think through that. Maybe just think through scenarios, write it down, create a mind map for yourself, create kind of a flow chart. How will your customers behavior, their buying behavior, their client behavior, how will it have changed? And will your business be prepared to serve those changes? Think through scenarios. Again, you're not psychic. You don't know exactly what the answer is, but you could be more prepared if your brain is just tossing around ideas and really thinking about ways you can serve people and really trying to work through those ways of how your client behavior is going to have changed. I know that Katie and I are thinking about it for the venue. How will our client behavior have changed? How will our community have changed? What are things that we can offer? Because we think that the spending habits will have changed for sure in our area because we live in a really rural area anyway. And it's also a tourist area. So hospitality, events, restaurants, all those things impacted, you know what I mean? So how will your customer and buying behavior have changed? Again, I'm not telling you you're psychic. I'm not telling you that this will be the right answer, but you do need to sit down and start to workflow all of those things to see what you can come up with on the end of those scenarios and see how you'd be able to serve your clients better, faster, stronger, and really answer the needs that they're going to have, right? Brainstorm those ways. And finally, I'll just leave you with this thought is that I think it's really important for us to remember that there's more than one way to skin a cat, basically. So you don't have to be offering, whenever I talk to clients, usually when we start the conversation about diversifying revenue streams, here's what they always say. They always say that they want to provide some sort of education to other wedding pros. And I get that. You guys, I am an educator, so I hear you on that. I am determining new ways I can serve other wedding pros right now. But I think that is a little bit of a crutch because it's what our brain instantly goes to. We instantly latch on to, okay, I'm going to be an educator. I'm going to create products for other pros and this and that and the next thing. When the reality is we actually already have paying clients. We already have paying clients in our wedding clients. We don't have to create a whole other client base. If we would create something for people who are already paying us, our clients, right? So what can you create for your clients? I just want to shout out one of my listeners. We were talking on Instagram the other day, and she was telling me that she's creating a photography course for kids right now. Those are her clients. She does family sessions, and she's also a wedding photographer, but she does family sessions. And so she was like, yeah, I'm going to create a photography course for kids. I already have clients. I've already drummed up tons of interest because parents are excited, especially right now. Their kids need something to do, and she doesn't have to go create an entire new client base because she already has an email list of all of these people who've paid her for family sessions that she can say, hey, I've just created this course for kids. Are you interested? Right? How smart is that? She is not starting from scratch, you guys. The course is from scratch, but she already has a client base that she can reach out to say, are you interested in purchasing this? That's genius. That's brilliant. Shout out to her. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys there. I was just quickly inspired to do this podcast episode. I would love to talk to you about your business. I would love to talk to you about diversifying your income streams. Come get on a 20-minute call for me. Let's just talk. If you need to cry, if you just need to be frustrated and vent about what's going on in your market, I love that. Everything's confidential. Sometimes you just need a girlfriend. You know what I mean? So hop on the link in my show notes, get on my calendar. Let's chat for 20 minutes. Let's diversify your income. Let's just vent. Do whatever you need to do. That's what I'm here for. Wish you guys a very, very happy week. I know that it's hard, but we will be on the other side of this someday. Maybe not today, maybe not next month or through the summer, but it'll happen. I know it will, and I'm here for you. And I know that you're here for all of your vendor partners. So give me a shout if you need anything. Looking forward to chatting with some of you. Have a good one.